Good morning. I am going to make an easy breakfast dish for you today. These are the things you need. I call it like an egg souffle. It's not really a souffle in the traditional manner. I make it because it's easy to make, less dishes, pretty quick, and I also use my favorite tool, the Tovala oven. I bought this during the pandemic. They have a meal service with it. You don't have to have the meal service, but if you do choose the meal service, it's really handy. Pre-portioned meals. It uses a barcode to read the recipe and know how to cook your meal. This meal I'm going to make for you doesn't use the barcode method of the Tovala oven. First thing I do to make the souffle is I use 3 eggs and a ramekin, some cheese. It can be any cheese that you like. I happen to have Colby Jack on hand, so that's what I'm going to use. I have this wonderful Pyrex thing, which fits perfectly for my immersion blender. You want to be able to blend these eggs in something that your blender will fit. You can also whisk them by hand. I'm not a fan of extra work, so. Okay. One cool thing about cracking eggs is that if you crack them on a flat surface, they will crack in such a way that you don't get eggshells into the mix. I like using the Pyrex also because the eggs are transparent, and if you do get an eggshell in there, you can easily get it out using the eggshell. I'm gonna crack the egg now. So those are my 3 eggs, and I'm ready to beat them now. So to use my immersion blender, you just get the blade part, and it's wireless. You just put it together and you lock it in. And there's a button that locks it so that you can't use it dangerously. And I put it in. And what I'm doing is I'm making bubbles in it. As many bubbles as I can. Bubbles are your friend. So what I'm looking for is a consistency that shows the bubbles. See? Another thing I do is I use a little bit of Pam, spray that in the ramekin so that the egg won't stick. Makes it easier for cleanup for me, because I hate dishes, and it makes it easier for the person who's eating it. And you pour it into the ramekin. It looks nice and frothy, and that's what you want. You want the frothiness. As it bakes, it's going to rise because the bubbles are going to get hot and bigger, and so it'll come up a little bit. Not as much as a real souffle where you separate the egg whites from the egg yolks, but it's good enough for a breakfast, an easy breakfast. Then I just take the jack cheese and I put it on top, like that. So I go to my Tovala oven. I put my Tovala oven on bake. Right now it's at 375. I press start just for a few minutes to let it start getting warmed up. It has a wonderful light so you can see it as it's cooking. I just love this Tovala. There's just so many reasons why. It's set for 5 minutes right now. I'm gonna bump that up to 15 minutes. I'm gonna take the souffle we just made and I'm just gonna pop it right in here. Press start again. Now it's starting to bake for 14 minutes. You just leave it. During that 14 minutes, what I do is I generally toast some bread, put that also on the plate for my husband. I figure you all know how to toast bread. So now we just wait. We just wait. So my husband's toast came out a little dark, but he likes it that way. I'm just gonna take some butter. My butter, I keep it soft so that it's easy to spread and it melts beautifully on toast. And I use unsalted butter because, you know, we're not supposed to have too much salt. Love my little glass butter cover because that way nothing gets to it. But it's rising in there. It's a cute little souffle. It might not rise as much as I would like because I actually put 2 pieces of cheese on instead of 1. It's gonna be extra cheesy. Maybe not as tall as I would like, but that's okay. He'll love it. Okay, now it's looking really pretty. It's getting a golden brown look to it. Only have about a minute left, but I'm watching it closely just in case because I've been known to burn things on occasion. Yeah, that's it. I get my pot holders out. Now look at this beauty. Isn't that pretty? Got the egg shows here, the cheese shows, it rose, it's not shaking. You do need to serve souffles right away. That's why I got the plate ready. And now it's all plated up. And I'm gonna go serve it to my husband. So this is my test subject.
Ooh, look at it. It's cooked nicely all the way through. I think it's amazing. yummy.
Would you recommend it again?
Very good, honey.
Okay, good. I'm glad you like it. Ooh, I see the cheese.
It's delicious.
All right.
This is only 3 eggs?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bon appetit, my love.
Thank you.